You are the formless, come in the form of man. The infinite, come in the role of the finite. The formless infinite, appearing as the formful infinitesimal. The absolute, pretending to be the relative. The Atma, behaving as the body. The universal self is the basis of all.
Talks from my book, The Way of Thoughts. Life is a way of thoughts, and you should be away from thoughts. Then there's freedom. I wrote that book in 6 years of my soul that was tormented by, the ego and getting rid of the ego, kinds of things happening in my life. And finally, I met my guru, such as Sai Baba, and I had to go meet him in India. And when I got there, I lost all of my old self, and I recognized my deepest, real self. And it seemed that I lived with Sai Baba in a former life, when he was Shirdi Sai Baba, and I was there living my life with him. And the life before that, I have been a student Advaita, non-dualism. That's why it triggers me my whole life to know what I am, and that I don't like this world as it appears. The people, the selfishness, all that. So I started to write a book about my feelings. It's long ago, 30 years ago, but I will start. And I wrote a book and I took it to India, and Sai Baba came to me and he blessed it. He approved of it and he said, wait, I'll bless now and I confirm later. So that means I had to go through a lot of things before I would really understand myself. And here starts the book with page 1. I offer this book dedicated to you, Sai, my beloved Lord, in Puttaparthi, the 14th of November 2001, and it was blessed by you. A Way of Thoughts, that's the foreword by the writer. Welcome, I invite you to walk together with me this road of thoughts. A road that leads away from thoughts, a way of truth. Truth, the T, true, the R, real, U, universal, T, thoughts of, H, heaven, T, R, U, T, H, the real universal thoughts of heaven, truth. All you say about it is already wrong. You are immediately in illusion, in duality, because who speaks and who listens? When you think or talk, you consider the one you speak to as someone else, which is not reality. All is one. And I speak about the core, the inner, which is the same in all of us, that is permanent, unchanging and real. All the rest is changing and unreal. This subject has really fascinated me, even so much that all interest in other matters waned. I was and still am always searching, but before I got a book about Sai Baba, I did not realize that I was searching, and certainly not what I was searching for. I lived with an indeterminate feeling, a kind of discontent that did not seem to become fulfilled. And some 7 years ago, now that is more than 30 years ago now, at that time I got the book Liberation Does Not Fall from Heaven, looked at the backside to the description and read the words, "Since human memory, God has sent messengers to the earth. Sometimes, however, God himself comes to earth." It blazed through me. Never experienced greater truth. I felt reality tremble deep in my soul and wanted to go. I would like to speak out the thought which Sai Baba, as I call the divinity inside of me, reaches out to me as an instrument for reaching out to all of you, and say that you can forget thought immediately, but the feeling, the truth that advocates this thought, you can cherish in your heart and carry with you. Because this thought is born and originated by and an expression of love. A love that is inside of us, which God has for us, and which is stronger than the love of 1,000 mothers. Everything that is placed around it can be removed. Every thought in us, because out of thoughts arise actions, and out of actions arise reactions, and out of reactions again arise actions, so that a more greater distance and removal occurs from our beautiful, brilliant core, which we all carry within us. Give that core, that value, the opportunity to do its work unhindered, to radiate. Don't hang on that value, no condition, no veil, because if you give direction to your pure love, you will be dragged along, away from yourself, and there is only pain and war to be found. God gives to give. Human beings give to receive. But what do we think to find with that other, which we don't have already ourselves? We are complete. And when you feel the true warm love inside, every thought falls from your face and only glare remains. This is what I received and allowed to share. Feel the value and forget the words. There is light. The first expression of light is love. The first expression of love is Om. The first sound is Om. So sound arises from love. Let our sound be love. Sound makes contact. Let our contact be love. Contact gives feelings. Let our feelings be love. Feelings give life. Let our life be love. Life gives examples. Let our example be love, because examples make followers, so our followers will be love. When nothing will remain of this, there will still be love, before, during, and after our form. So let our form be love and radiate. Let our rays be love. Rays give light. Let our light be love. Light is the cause of sound. Light is creation. The whole creation is ours. Let our creation then be love. And let us be jubilant and sing in honor of this love. Sing the joy out of you. Sing the love out of you. Share this with each other. Don't keep it to yourself. Sai Baba about love. from the book Spirit and Mind from Samuel Sandweiss. Love is the solution for the most hardened hearts. Love can grant peace, joy, and wisdom. Cultivate love. Express that love in your life. Let love be your breath. Let the sun of love help flower the lotus of your heart. Love is the greatest miracle. Love can make you reap the affection of the whole humanity. Love will not tolerate selfishness. Love is God. Live in love. Expand your heart to encompass all. Do not narrow it as instrument of limited love. Human being is an embodiment of love. He thirsts for love and finds real joy in giving and receiving of unconditional love. Love everyone as the embodiment of the same divine component. The blessings you give, the love that you share, all these shall be lasting possessions. Love. Only love can bind you to others as to God. Love knows no fear, no untruths, no worries, no sorrow. I am love. I pour out love. I share love. I am pleased with love. I bless you, so you will give more and more love to more and more beings. Love can transform a human being into a divine being. It helps him to realize the divinity that is his core. Love can tame the most wildest beast. Start to spread love to all around you and spread out that love to all of humanity and even the lower creatures. Be born in love and die in love. Live in love, so to speak, arise from God and merge in God. Be a wave of the ocean of love. You should not die. You should fill yourself with and merge in love. That is your destination. Spread out love. Be full of love. If you cannot love people, how can you hope for love for God? Love should see the best in others and not the worst. Love cannot ignore the divinity in others. The greatest of all values is love. Love is the basic of the character. If you sow love, it will flourish as compassion and tolerance, and it provides the fruit peace. How could it be possible for you to realize God unless you develop love, tolerance, humility, and trust and respect? Fill your heart with this sweet-scented water of love, and then every act of you, every word of you will be soft and fragrant itself. If you see that you yourself are a divine spark, and that all others are also that same divine spark, then you look at others with respect and true love. Then your heart will be filled with tremendous joy, and the spread of selfishness will be made ineffective and unusable. Man seeks joy everywhere outside himself, while the source of it lies in his heart. You can see the moon only with the help of the moonlight. Likewise, you can see God only by the rays of love. Remember that when love abides in your heart, there is no place left for jealousy, hatred, and untruth. Love all beings, that is enough. Love is the key that can open the door that is locked by selfishness and greed. Cherish the little seed of love that sticks to me and mine, and let it spread to the group around you and grow out to love for all humanity, and spread its wings over animals, birds, and everything that crawls, and let that love unfold over all things and beings in the world. Expand the universal love, the unshakable balance and eternally active virtue that will bring out the divine fully in you. Man's inborn characteristics is divine love. His nature is divine love. His breath is divine love. Through love alone he can merge in the ocean of love. Love heals pettiness, anger, sorrow and death. Love detaches. It saves man from the cycle of birth and death. Love brings all hearts together in a soft, sweet symphony. Seen through the eyes of love, all beings are beautiful, all actions committed, all thoughts innocent. Is the world a huge family? Love, love while life lasts. As long as it takes. My life is my message. My message is love. Baba. Reveries, dreams, pearls of love. It's not an art to sing a song when life smiles sunny, but whoever can continue cheerfully in a night of suffering has understood life well. This is a poem of my grandmother. Where one flower can grow, one day a field of flowers will spell. Today is a day to be happy. Yesterday has gone irrevocable, and who says tomorrow will dawn? Today is the only chance to hold happiness in your hands. Make it your best day. Who looks up sees no limits. Take an example of the sun that gives us its light every day. To live is to love people and let grow and flourish in the light. To live is saying thank you for the splendor around us, just given. To live is accepting everything and jubilate for the smile of a child. People are as happy as they intend to be. Everything you are against works against you. There are people that live their life in fear and death. There are people that live their life in joy and goodness. The first live as dying and the last live as living. There is no way to prevent you from dying, but the medicine for fear is make sure you have lived. Fear chases joy away, while joy chases fear. We received from God the capacity to see greatness in normal daily life around us and discover its wonders, and not to run past it on the way to something important. God has splendid gifts ready for us. Flower buds in the spring, colorful sunsets, golden leaves in autumn, and silver drops of trees. But we are in the chase for happiness so occupied that we have no regard for these riches. Now and then one must become less to be more. God sees us as no human sees us. We humans appreciate each other by merit and ability. Are they useful? Only God can appreciate us for the angry words that we did not speak, the temptations to which we resisted, the patience and friendliness that not or hardly noticed and long forgotten by our surroundings. It is important to recognize the beautiful things of life, to eat and work and friendship and love as meetings with God. Meetings that not only teach us that God is a reality, but we ourselves are reality too. All things are possible for who believes. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. I have come so they will live in abundance. We must consider ourselves happy that God in the human form as Sai Baba came on earth in India to give us life in abundance, provided that we want to listen to his message, and even then, his own words are, "My love I shall give you, even if you do not ask. for it is your right to share in it. I know that I am Atma, the soul, and you believe that you are the body. You all are God. The only difference is that I know it and you don't know it yet. In its deepest essence, there is no difference between God and man. That what seems to be so is delusion. I am you, you are me, we are inseparable. I am present in the least and in the best of you in equal measure. Slander and hurt no one, for then you slander and hurt me, who is present in him. Like one single lamp can chase away thousands of years of darkness, one flash of wisdom destroys 10,000 years of ignorance. Moral torment and hidden feelings never made men great, and on the other hand, admitting to all feelings and living without morality have kept men always small. People never have enough, want more, and don't understand that they will never be happy by this ongoing greed. They keep striving for more only to cherish positive feeling about themselves. Without this striving, many will feel themselves lost and out of control. They keep directing their life energy on what they miss, so negative, and therefore will never attain fulfillment. Be content with what you have, then you direct yourself on positive things, and you will radiate positivity and enjoy every moment of life. Be grateful for every day you have. Gratitude deals with greed and shall direct your thoughts on abundance. When we are grateful, the universe seems to offer us all in abundance. The less we want, the more we seem to receive. If you concentrate on that which is dear to you, it will grow. In essence, you can possess nothing and no one. Finally, you have to let go everything. Therefore, it is so important to be content with what you may use and be able to enjoy it, really enjoy it, without fear not having enough or that it might be taken from you. The growth on the way to detachment brings you to a moment of insight and freedom. The less you are attached to a certain result, the more energy can flow unhindered through you. Many people think that detachment means to have nothing, and so giving up everything they worked for, so giving up the good life. But detachment means to loosen yourself from the need to be attached to something. You become victim if you attach yourself too strong, if you stick to your idea of how everything should go. It is useless to worry about things that you cannot control, and it has no use to worry about the things that you can control, because in that case, you have no reason to worry. There must be suffering as long as one does not really understand the actions of the oneself. In relations, we learn to discover ourselves. The loss of a certain relationship can be unbearable when there is no relationship with our true I. Traumas are happening that enable us to learn to know and understand our true self. Energy forces work in a positive way for us, but you have to say yes. The energy stops to flow if you say no somewhere to anything in your life. Every positive response in your life makes a next one possible. Not because then there is a cause and effect, but because there is an uninterrupted energy flow in ourselves, just like all in the universe. With a quiet mind, you can experience the perfect rhythm of the universe. If you turn inside and allow yourself to be peaceful and without judging, if you just meditate and experience the oneness of everything, you will make contact with the flowing energy and you will be convinced of the perfection of everything. Thoughts create. You can control thoughts in the same way as a car. Your thought representation works as a magnet that attracts all things that correspond to your thought representation. To think negative and still harvest good things is impossible, just like you think good and harvest bad. The nature of people in this world is by itself pure. By thinking of evil things, they will be doing evil. By thinking good, they will be doing good. When man learns to recognize the negative influences in his life and starts to work with that, he can conquer them and get rid of the karma that is built up from them. Karma that we built up in former lives through ignorance and wrong actions is the cause that we are born again. The soul chooses again a new body to cleanse itself, but we forget as soon as we are born that the body is only a vehicle for the soul, and we are completely absorbed in our appearance again, while this has only a temporary function. By self-knowledge you can discover the true nature of existence, the reason why we came on earth. Man is looking for God, for peace, and if you search in that way, in that right way, you'll discover after all that God lives in your own heart. Once the right path has been taken, you begin a journey that leads to salvation and liberation of the ties that bind you to the material things of the world. When you are completely liberated, you experience God as the Creator and become yourself the sparkling light of the universe, God Self. God does not liberate us from death. We all shall die one day. He liberates us from the shadow of death, so that our life will be not paralyzed from fear. He helps prevent that death will bring its shadow over the years that we still have to live. There is no way to prevent you from dying, but the remedy against fear of death is see that you have lived. Do not spoil your life joy by worrying about the day of tomorrow. Fear drives joy away and makes tensed and cramped, while cheerfulness unleashes fear and liberates. The human body is made in that way that certain kinds of food and activities are healthier for us than others, and God created the human soul in that way that certain forms of behavior are healthier for us than others. Jealousy, selfishness and suspicion poison the soul. Honesty, kindness and cheerfulness are working innovative. Sai Baba is the power in us who inspires to rise above our selfishness and help our fellow men. Likewise, he leads them to rise above their egoism and help us. The fact that we are benevolent people already gives us value in his eyes, and when we try to live with integrity, he will already find us successful. To God, we are like waves in the ocean. Waves cannot exist independent. They need the ocean, although the ocean can exist without waves. However, there is an unbreakable unity. On the surface of the ocean, the waves roll continuously. They are always moving. In the depths of the ocean, however, there is eternal peace. Sai Baba says, man struggles violently like a fish out of water to return to God, who is his home, and to bliss, which is his element. Buddha said, man is not a soul with a body, a temporary bundling of physicality, experiences, feelings, urges and awareness, to which wrongly independent an I value has been assigned. In reality, these modes of existence are volatile moments, an unnecessary obstacle that precedes the real existence. The suffering is everywhere in the world. The origin of suffering is desire. The remedy for suffering is the destruction of desire. When the desire for the true existence stays, and man keeps the insight in right thinking and acting, he liberates himself and attains nirvana, the no longer threatened enjoyment of inner freedom, consisting of absolute peace, purity and stability. Taoism says, the highest degree of knowledge is the knowing of the not knowing. One who is always without desire sees his purely spiritual aspect. One who always has desires sees his outward appearance. By seeing this, you enter the depth of the mind, the portal to all spirituality. This has practical consequences for daily life. Not only who treats me well I do good, even one who does evil to me I treat well, because in this way he obtains goodness. Simplicity, peace and quiet are Taoistic colored concepts. It is accomplishing everything through inaction. To live simply in not covetous, resting in the silence of being. They who speak don't know, and they who know don't speak. In equanimity, the sharp becomes blunt, the heavy light, and the uneven flat. The turmoil comes to rest. Jesus said, when you make the two one, the high, the low, the inner, the outer, you will enter the kingdom. In my mind arose the question to Sai Baba. When I heard about his existence on earth, I asked, God, when are you finally good? His answer flashed through me. When you delete the E of ego. This answer touched me deep, especially in Dutch you write good with an E, and good without ego is God. So that touched me deep. This way he made me see things clearly after recognition. On a certain difficult moment in my life, I sat full of doubts in a pitch dark room at night and thought, Sai Baba, when you are really the one that I feel you are, let there shine a light here in the darkness. The very same moment, 4 clear, bright, bluish-white flashes of light flashed through the room after each other. With goosebumps of deep respect, I was thinking how this could be possible. It could not be otherwise than that he was present inside of me. He knew what I was thinking and responded. I started reading as a madman. All his books I devoured, and never in my life I was deeper touched by the simplicity and warmth with which he spoke in understandable words the goal of life. He keeps lovingly explaining that we are more than just a form with which we identify, that we became caught in the illusion, that he came for us to help us out. Man is like caught in a web. Make yourself great, identify with God and break thus the loopholes of the web. That is the path of self-realization. Or make yourself small, so small that you can slip away through the loopholes of the web. That is the path of surrender. Man has lost his way and is imprisoned in his desires, which force him again and again to come back to the world, as long as it takes to start to understand through wisdom and insights what the real value of life is, love, that he himself consists of love, that the most beautiful thing we can experience is to give love, and so to receive it. When you are free of desires in your life, so if you can attain to be detached, you need not return to the world, for your own desires force you to return, and in that new life to work on that. When you have rested enough in the higher spheres, you'll feel an urge to descend once more, unless you have found this rest or peace already here on earth and have no more desires to act. Our soul is the doorway to the self. In life you get the chance to shape your soul better. When you stop to expect always something else, nothing will lose its shine, and you will return back to infinity without ballast, back to the source. I have traveled so much and all I've done is coming home, are the words of Gandhi. Jesus says, "Who loses his life shall find it." Sai Baba says, "Direct your vision inside and discover the light that shines from within. I am the light of the world. Love me in every form and you will find me. I am with you now and always." Everything comes forth from God. Everything is God. God is all the time aware of everything that happens in the universe, because it happens to Him. He knows every thought and follows every act accurate. He experiences through us, and when you focus on Him, you feel His presence through daily activities. Not that God is here makes you happy, but that you may know it. Know with every fiber of your body. His love goes through your marrow and bones. The only sickness for which I don't pray for healing is my sickness of desire for God. I will never be without my God, whether I breathe or not. I am in heaven, for the Lord is in the heavens, and the Lord is in me. Sai Baba says, "Nothing is outside of you, all is in you. You are the sum of all your pasts." When you meditate, you feel nothing but ecstasy, divine. It is the absence of the I that allows it. So no more agony. Who or what should feel it? No more pain. Who or what should feel it when the I is gone? When you take God close to you, He comes. Victory is certain. Everything that limits us, we must overcome. Your whole body is nothing more than your thinking itself in a visible form. Break the chain of your thoughts, and you will also break the chain of your body. You are free to be yourself here and now, verily yourself, and nothing can hinder you. That is the law of the great truth. Freedom is your own nature. Everything that hinders that truth must be put aside, whatever limitation. Love is our true nature and course. Love is to help someone else to see the good in himself. You must continue discovering yourself every day over till you find the only real self. That is your teacher. Don't believe what your eyes tells you. Everything you see is limited. Learn to see with your feelings. Discover what you actually already know, and you will free yourself. What you believe is like that because you believe it. Don't extend your happiness before you, expecting that all will be well if that and that finally will arrive, or once I have reached that and that. You have the right to happiness now. To learn is to discover what you already know, and to do is to show that you know it. You limit yourself by desiring over and over again. The desire takes a new form every time and pulls you away from the moment of peace. Suffering is the extension of desire. To long for makes it longer before you. Every dawn is a favor, an opportunity to enrich yourself with the truth and to learn from your experiences. God gives us again and again opportunities for insight, and again He is ready to show us the way, to make us aware who we really are. The real desire in us is the longing for Him, God, peace. Pain is finally love if you understand the goal of it. In all your grief hides the greatest happiness. When you recognize your karma as fate, you see the fate that is necessary allows you to grow. It falls to you, so it is no coincidence. Coincidence does not exist. I am willing to bear all that comes, because it will cover my way home with flagstones. Don't be silent any longer in me, Baba. Let me be silent in you. When I think God's thoughts, His smile passes through my eyes over the earth. Who looks in Baba's eyes does not live on the same earth as before. To experience God, you only need to breathe. Actually, not even. All I need, I have in me. From all the riches you can imagine, understanding is the greatest. Knowledge is a gift from love that contains it. To love God means not to dislike anything anymore. To love God means to hear silence in the noise. God, you touch my soul. The rest is not important. Many births I had and known many dying hours. My last dying will be merging in God. Baba awaits you at the end of the road. How then can that road be heavy? All my lives I lay at your feet. I don't have a life no more. I give it back to you. I give you my eternity, for you give me yours. Every day I live is the last one. Though I stand in the pitch dark, the eternal light in me will burn forever. It does not matter where you live your life. My understanding of it transcends its everydayness. My knowing encompasses the whole world. Wherever I may be, I will always be directed to Him. Whatever I do, it will always be an expression of my divinity. Empty your soul, it will be filled with the Eternal One. As long as your soul does not know who it is, it will create a body. As soon as the soul recognizes itself, it can give the body back to the earth. Let God lead you and not the world distract you. An event is important in that way that the result of it counts. If you react positive, the event will become superfluous. If not, it will repeat itself. As long as you feel pain, you are not yet wise enough. Nothing real can be threatened and nothing unreal exists. Only love is real. All that is non-love is illusion. All that does not belong to the glory does not belong to you. Act during the darkest night as if the morning already dawned. The strongest powers are always hidden the most. Happiness is a sign that we accepted the will of God. Forgiveness is as a scent that the violet gives to the heel that tramples on it. Don't do good out of fear of evil. Obedience has fear next to it. Learn to love for the sake of love only. To overwin duality, you must have known it first. To win, you must have failed first. To stand straight, you must have bent first. You cannot desire what you already have. What you have you don't possess because it has always been part of you. You are one with what is. You need nothing to be happy. The world only consists of thoughts. You can live in an energy field of vibrations on a high level, and the world around you will adapt. Earthly, astral, it does not matter. You break out of your bubble of illusion and live in the reality. You are surrounded by a cloud of happiness. You only have to establish it. By becoming aware of this immeasurable happiness, you become stronger than suffering. I can take anything because there lives someone in my heart that shows it is possible. The more you give, the more you receive. It's almost too much for one heart. I must not want and I don't want to must. Man is born because he has desires, and he must learn to live without desires. When you live without wanting, you are in happiness, because that is your original condition. Everything is in you. If you don't want no more, then you are in the emptiness that is God or love. Who lets go everything is happier than who holds everything. Letting go is your only hold. Letting go everything, your hands are empty to embrace the cosmos. You hold God in your hands. Holding everything, your hands are filled with illusion. When there is nothing left you possess, only then you are rich. When your hands are empty, only then you are really filled. A newborn baby keeps his fists clenched. He wants to hold the whole world. But man dies with his hands open. He sees that this whole world has slipped away. A certain moment you will find that there is nothing left but that which you longed for most. The similarity between you and me is light. The difference between you and me is illusion. Don't ever attach to the outer side. It's only a shell. Everything you begin is already there, and still it becomes even better. With every meeting with yourself, you become stronger. You can cry without being unhappy. You can cry for gratefulness and hope, for a deep knowing in yourself, for finding the way home. To be strong is often not more than to stop your thoughts. Thoughts get things going. When your wisdom increases, desire will diminish. All desires but one work against you. Who looks for progression is not satisfied with the now. When we chase the positive and eliminate the negative, we forget that the positive can only exist due to the negative. To destroy the negative means we cannot enjoy the positive. I thank the winter that I may enjoy springtime. How can you enjoy warmth if you have not known the cold before? That means the more you succeed in this adventure of progress, the more you fail. As winner I am lost, as loser I have won. We must learn to see opposites not as incompatible. To buy and to sell are surely opposites, but not separable. When you buy anything, someone else has sold it. No pleasure without pain, No outside without inside. No life without death. The ones that want the good without the bad don't understand the universe. You can only see an object consciously in relation to a contrasting background. A bright star is only visible against a dark background. Movement is only visible against a still background. No matter how good I feel, I realize that only by being aware that on the background exists pain. No matter how much pain I feel, I realize that only by being aware that on the background exists pleasure. The two is one. Pleasure and pain are the inseparable top and valley of a wave of consciousness. So to chase the heaven without acknowledging hell is as useless. So our goal is useless and therefore our problems absurd. Our self-made borders we consider as real, and it is the border itself that creates the apparent existence of the contradictions. So you have to go back to the midst. Reality doesn't have limits, nowhere. Borders are illusion. They claim to separate something that cannot be separated. If you identify with your body, you accept its troubles, pain and worries as yours and get entangled and limited. Keep looking at them persistent. They are only objects. In your consciousness, you have a mind, body and emotions, but you are not that. Look at your problems as you look at a cloud or streaming water. The border is a mental line, an idea, a conception. In thoughts, you can separate pleasure from pain, although the one never exists without the other. It is good to distinguish pleasure from pain, but impossible to separate pleasure from pain. The line that connects becomes the border that separates and seems convincing. The truth is simple but becomes loaded with contradictions, and man loses his way because he created two worlds. Someone who escapes from the world of contradictions, the illusion of contradictions, is called liberated. He does not put good above evil, but transcends good and evil. Not life versus death, but a consciousness that transcends both. We have to bring unity and harmony to the opposites by searching something united which rises above these and at the same time includes. That something is the consciousness of unity itself. To be liberated is not being free of the negative, but being free of the division of the negative and the positive. So heaven is not only experienced positive, but a state in which you rise above the contradictions. When we see the illusion of our borders, we can experience the unity of the universe, the waving of the positive and negative. The opposites are one. The whole universe is a form of God. This form is love. Love helps you to reach non-duality or oneness. Real love has no beginning or end. The love between a mother and a child, between man and woman, has both beginning and ending. That is not real love. True love is selfless. It is divine love. Someone full of this love can never suffer. If you understand your sorrow, you will be free of it. Laughing under the pain nullifies it. After contemplation, you can sing about pain. All is God, all is good. If you are deeply permeated of that, nothing can fail you. To gain consciousness, you must lose it first. The The life that is lived around you is nothing but color, form, and movement that arises and disappears as a wave. You can float along, fight against the current, or merge in your state of being and let everything float past you, untouched by the tumult, being aware of all but not attached. Along with all problems, you receive also the power to find the solution. The problem disappears, but not the power. Baba, if I should lose the faith in myself, I only need to draw faith out of the belief that you have in me. A flower is the result of growth. We are God's flower. Freedom is only one thought away from you. You don't have to cover a distance for this journey. Not to fulfill a wish brings happiness, but to destroy the wish. Knowing is a head issue, but really knowing, you do it with your heart. To love God means accept your pain. To love God deeply means to welcome your pain. But to love God truly means not noticing your pain. The most profound wisdom is to know that pain and pleasure are one. Wisdom is a precious property. Knowledge is a gift of the love that contains it. Not the answer, but the question testifies wisdom. I want to ask so much, and finally I know nothing to ask. I want to give so much, and finally I have nothing to give. Thank you, Baba. You take all effort away from me. When you become aware of love, your heart fills with joy, equal to the wish to be one with that love. Creation appeared out of love, and every being is born out of the joy that arises from it. The highest consciousness in you makes no mistakes and knows no suffering, whatever might happen. Something in you does not suffer, and sees this suffering as something that is strange and does not suit you. A free man sees his life from above. Not wanting anything brings peace. The only thing that man needs for not wanting anything is willpower. To eliminate something out of your life, you only need to eliminate it from your thoughts. Everything is temporary. Everything that takes time is imaginary, and a certain time you can learn enormous from your imaginations. One image follows the other, and so all flows together to what you are now, you imagine to be. All the time you look different at things. The things remain the same, it's you that changes. And in that way you grow, till you have experienced all happenings, and notices that not the event is important, but the growth that it gives, the awareness of it, the truth that is hidden in it, that all is one. Pain is pain by whoever suffered. Joy is joy by whoever experienced. There exists only one experience, and that is the awareness of all that is experienced. You need nothing to be happy. When you search for your happiness outside of you, you make yourself dependent from that which is outside of you. Be it an object or a person, the only thing you search is the experience, so you may know what you are. The great craving in man is the search for himself. Nothing is outside of you, all is inside of you, says Sai Baba. To be able to love, God separated himself from himself. Since there existed only love and he could not experience himself, there was nothing to compare with. This is how creation came into existence. Man, we. We are this self, this separated part of God, us. This self we have inside searches the self which is inside us only we drifted away from our origin and attracted to the world the illusion. Not only the world is illusion, also our separation is illusion, but the conception in us needs the experience to know what we have been all this time, so that all experience will eventually become redundant. You notice that you don't have to arrange things yourself. Everything you need comes your way if you allow the higher self in you, and exactly that will happen to you where you are ready for. This way you learn the most what you need. Coincidence does not exist, it comes to you. If you handle the experience in a positive way, then it won't repeat itself. With your senses, it is possible to immediately pervade every promiscuous place in the universe and to go and see and learn everything there. Man has instruments to his disposition that are better than the intellect. The intellect will always guide us astray on the wrong track, partially because it does not see the reality, and partially because there is an egoistic motive behind everything. Follow your intuition, which is an expression of the spirit. Intuition gives insight in the total reality. It pervades directly to the heart of people and speaks out faultlessly. When we direct our energy not to ourselves but to something else, the functioning of our inner processes, functions and vibrations change, and it no longer remains colorless, but we start to shine, to sparkle. The way up has already begun. The flow of heaven becomes stronger. If we want to come into contact with the divine light, with heavenly creatures, then we must purify ourselves, increase our awareness, and strive for the highest. Our radiation will become clearer, the vibrations more subtle, and the enlightened beings shall not only allow us in their midst, but even come visit us, as they will find a power source in us. Everything that exists is permeated by cosmic life. In every living being, in every object, there are traces of it to be found. Intuition is an insight from a higher level than the mind. That level can be reached by meditation, dedicated service, and prayer. If you succeed to get inner peace and order, the clear surface of your consciousness will be a mirror of the heaven. You can train your intuition, and when you search for an answer to a question with which you are occupied, you can find a place, quiet, and concentrate to climb up as high as possible in your thoughts, and then pose the question that keeps you busy. You will always get an answer. The clarity of your answer is depending on your development. It might be a vague, unclear feeling, but even that is an indication. Don't give up, try again to contact the world of light and pose the question another time. A bit later, you will experience an inner clarity and security that leaves no doubt to what you must do. The higher the state of development, the clearer and exact the answer. Whoever has reached the highest state of development is able to see the things by means of intuition and to understand them. He knows with absolute certainty. Intuition is a fusion of intelligence and feeling and gives us total knowledge. To develop your intuition, you can practice concentration, visualizations, or inner contemplation. You can concentrate on your higher I and imagine that it passes you all that it sees and knows. The most effective is to work on selflessness and purity. If you want to approach the heavenly entities, then ask those exalted entities permission to enter their area and admire their beauty and purity. You must be pure yourself to be able to recognize this beauty and to be able to come closer. You can only attract those tendencies and entities that correspond to your own state. That's the law. Man comes in contact with that which corresponds to his own vibration, with his aura, and if he is not pure, enlightened and strong, he must endure all negative elements in the mental spheres around him. Try in the first place to raise yourself, to connect to the light, and then to spread that light around you. Oh heavenly goodness, am I allowed to be nearer to you? Where there is light, there can be no shadow. If you really want to come in contact with heaven, then do your utmost to climb the top of your own inner self. Enjoy the intensity of that experience and let yourself be carried away by the light. You don't think anymore, you hardly feel anything anymore. On that moment you are in no danger, for your living vibrating soul is there to take in the purest, most enlightened elements. The feelings to help and love others shall increase. Love does not blind, love opens the eyes. What do you see in someone you love? Things that no one else sees. Every day the heaven speaks with us and sends messages. They come from an area of particular subtle matter. As things have to descend in heavier matter, they will be deformed more and more. Who wants to know them as really as they are, has to be able to climb in thoughts to the subtle world where they come from. The sun is not a ball of fire as people think, but in reality a living entity, a conscious being that receives the invisible light, the spiritual light, and transforms to visible light with which the universe is lit up. This spiritual light is the matter of creation itself and is to be found everywhere in the universe, and all is being permeated. Man cannot yet see or feel that light because he has not yet developed enough on spiritual path to perceive such a subtle reality. When you concentrate on that light in meditation, you can refine your perception in a way that you not only start to feel that light, but also pull it towards you, where it gradually penetrates your being. This inner light gives us access to the divine world. We must learn to catch the particles of light till we are capable to send them out as rays, and to send them to things and beings in the invisible world, who then will appear to us in full glory. The light is Christ, and when you do the sun solution in the morning, you connect with His Spirit, a manifestation of God Himself. As soon as you submerge in that light, already some particles of that light will penetrate you. You will be able to benefit from it all day long. When all of a sudden a higher truth comes up, it is because you have succeeded in sending your own radiation far away, and therefore see the laws of structure of the universe. The spiritual light shines on the divine world and enables you to understand this world. The highest level of seeing is intuition, because that is understanding and perceiving in one. At that level you can start, and next, with that higher understanding, learn to see that higher perception on a lower level. When you start higher and then descend, you always have God's help because you are focused on Him, and the lower entities cannot influence you. You still must resist the lower entities, the hell, otherwise you don't learn to understand the whole creation. Of course, you cannot descend first without having developed certain qualities, knowledge, power, self-control, to be protected by a strong aura. Lower entities shrink and keep at distance when you pass through areas and learn everything about evil and the laws of karma. When you work unwearying to purify yourself, to develop wisdom, love and self-control, one day you will reach the summit. After that, the matter of your being is so pure that it will be permeated by the universal soul. Moreover, all that happens to you is a dream image, of which you are only a spectator, a witness. Are you really the one to whom it happens? You are an eternal, immortal spirit. All misery does not befall your true I. Your true I stands above all ups and downs of life. The one that suffers is your unreal I that plays a role in a play. This is the truth. We are only a dream of the divine being in us. We are asleep and must wake up. But how do we wake up? By thinking of our higher self and identify with that. That oneness is real waking up. At night, the happenings are prepared that will take place in the day, because every event in matter is only the performance of an immaterial event. That's why a clairvoyant can foretell the future. He already saw the happenings in the invisible world. The happenings still need time to reach the physical plane, but they are unavoidable, for they are already registered above. Look at the snake. His tail always follows where his head has already passed. That which we do in daytime can be a repeat of what we did at night in the astral area. Without having worked in the night, in the invisible, you will not be able to do something in the visible world that will be really finished. Ask the beings of wisdom before you go to sleep if you may approach them, so you can use your sleep to learn. Sleep becomes a sacred act when you go to sleep with the intention to study in the other world, because only there you receive knowledge. They who possess wisdom are mostly not on this earth anymore, so you must visit them and connect with them through your mind. Try as soon as you wake up to remember your dream, for at that moment the important images still float in your brain. The dream is actually the memory of the far journey which the soul has made in the night, and saw the immeasurable, and was in a spiritual unity with heavenly spirits. In daytime you feel something beautiful, as a light that is with you, although you don't exactly remember what you have seen and understood. Someone who possesses higher knowledge can be at multiple places at the same time to help those who need him. You can also start with that work yourself. Never go to sleep without a lofty purpose. The thought starts everything. With problems or questions, you also can do a lot during sleep. Meditate in advance about what you want to know, and you surely will get an answer in the form of a feeling or thought by waking up. Do you have a wish, or do you want to develop a good quality? Meditate long time and go to sleep with that longing or that question clearly in your thoughts. They will continue to work during your sleep. Try for once on a silent day not to concentrate or meditate, but freeze your thoughts and let your soul spread its wings in space. Imagine it meets the universal soul and merges in it. The soul will bring back some images when it comes back from the areas that have been entered and seen. This is an innocent practice to get out of your body. On a certain moment you will notice that only that remained which you longed for the most. First, man opens his eyes to see the world. Then he closes his eyes to see God. After that he opens his eyes to see God and sees that the world is illusion. Then he can close his eyes forever. The only difference between us is the body. You created your body with your mind for working out your thoughts. When you have only good thoughts left, you don't need to create a body anymore, and you can merge in your Creator. You have grown around your own knowing and stifled it too long. Your body is a result of your own energy. Work it out. Only consciousness exists. Why do people still think? Your thoughts chase away your happiness. Wisdom is not to know that you live, but to live in that way that you know. The only thing you have to do is to realize how happy you actually are. When you will merge in God happiness later, you might as well already be happy now. He who has desires is blind. You need not desire, for you have everything in you. You need not desire, for you have everything with you. If you look into Baba's eyes, you have no desires left. If you look into Baba's eyes, you see your homeland too. Nothing matters to nothing, for you are in the divine light. No one is ever alone, for you have the love with you in your heart. No one is ever alone, for you have each other with you in your heart. The difference between two souls exists only in the intensity of their consciousness. Maya is not knowing what you know, and knowledge is knowing what you don't know. Be prepared to undergo things that have value for you. It will give you more value than whatever. In all your griefs hides the greatest happiness. Wisdom is the most precious possession. It brings love. Whomsoever we love, in that person we have found our own soul in the greatest sense. When you love somebody, you are only happy in his presence. When you love everybody equally, you are always happy, for your loved one is always with you. Actually, man cannot at all love someone other. You only recognize your own deepest self in the other. I don't recognize you, but I do know you. I don't know you, but I recognize you. I look into your eyes and I become you. I entered my own inner self. The old knowing arises. Only the one is. Baba dear, all is one in you. May all be one in me too. Your thoughts construct a surrounding, and that surrounding establishes the quality of your life. Om for my mother, Om for my father, Om for my creator, Shanti for the world. I still think I am myself, but Baba, you win in me, for you have already won. I want to die my death in God, so that I will live forever. The power station of divine love is also in me. Every love vibration that you vibrate into the cosmos works for the benefit of humanity. Your will be done, the will of love be done. The more I bend, the straighter I stand. My heart hurts. Just open it, Baba, and let out the old pains and take me with you. Thank you, my body. that you carry me where I want to go. Thank you, my spirit, that you move it to do so. Thank you, my soul, that you light up my spirit in wisdom. Thank you, my God, for your pain-relieving love. The last stretch, the best and hardest part, will never be heavy. It will give me wings to fly to the God in you. Man only needs one vitamin, vitamin G, God's name, glory and goodness. Love. Baba says love cannot be described, but everything that is not love is changeable, temporary, so not real, illusion. So that unchangeable truth cannot be described. It is indescribable. You can only put it into words by saying what it is not. Fire cannot consume it. Cold cannot freeze it. Lightning cannot split it. Wind cannot blow it. Silence cannot conceal it. Thunder cannot overvote it. This eternal power. We are made up of this power. The universe arose out of love and is filled with love. Love is the source of all. All rises and consists out of love. Hatred comes forth from fear, and fear comes forth out of self-love, and self-love comes forth out of love. You see, something beautiful can turn into something ugly when thinking goes off the rails. Everyone acts to feel better, to be happy. Only the action is not pure when the thinking is not pure. Man suffers from eye sickness, breathing. The love he has is limited to the physical. One is only concerned with the body, but the body is often a detour to God. Take care of it and consider it as a vehicle of the soul. Then it brings you back to God instead of away from God. God created us with a longing that we often translate wrong and direct to worldly affairs that aim to satisfy the senses. We don't recognize this longing as a deep longing, an ancient craving back to God. But if you repent, you see that not a single worldly event can silence our hunger for peace. Only the longing to God back home can do that. The secret of creation is not getting what you desire, but become it. God gave us the insight and the power to become that what we long for. Then the desire has disappeared, but the power, the love, the peace of God remains. You grew around love. Surrender to it and you will never fail. Nothing is impossible. In your heart you have the power, in your hands the force. Love is like music. Music is a way to God. Sai Baba has set up the bhajans, devotional songs, so that everybody can sing out of his heart and thereby lift up himself and the world. When you sing, your heart is full of love that you share with others. Love brings unity and light. When you walk towards the light, you have the shadow behind you. If you walk away from the light, you always walk in the shadow. There where is light cannot be darkness. And when you sing, you put yourself in the light. As soon as there are problems, we are tempted to forget God's love. We even blame Him for our difficulties, while problems are priceless, for they bring us insight and strength. The problem will lose its moment, but the strength remains. Every time you meet yourself, you become stronger. Every event holds a lesson, and every loss is profit. All your problems and pain take you closer to yourself. In this lies the love of God. He gives us the possibility to become whole. Pain is only resistance. After reflections, one can sing about problems. To keep looking elsewhere for love, we obstruct the finding of it. Love is. an eternal joy which rises from inside, independent of promises from outside. We humans still need to project our love to something and expect result from that direction. We still see difference between ourselves and our love. We are our own love. We are, I am. Everything falls away, limitless. The only difference between us is our thinking. Without thoughts, without thinking, we are dead from where we originated. Before we stuck a person, an I feeling, to that what we actually are and what we will become again when thinking stops. Thoughts keep existing, of course, but are no longer formed consciously and directed to results. They pass by and you are aware of them. The awareness of things remain, but we no longer relate it to ourselves alone and start to see that everything that happens actually happens with you. Every experience becomes yours. You start to experience things in their entirety and no longer react from your point of view as how you think it should be. You no longer steer, but let everything go. I am not different than you. I only think that I am different than you. There is no difference. Pain is pain, whoever suffers. Your pain is my pain and your joy is my joy. Finally, you'll see there exists only peace, and the pain does belong to nobody. Then unity comes, and unity brings peace. Peace, Shanti, with which we end all our prayers and mantras to give it extra power. Peace is a subject of which you actually don't speak, for at that moment you disturb peace. Peace or inner happiness does not consist of having comfort and luxury. Peace is the result of pure thoughts or not thinking, or think as little as possible. Peace is not depending on outer circumstances. Signs of inner peace are the tendency to act spontaneously before acting out of fear that arose from former experiences, an unmistakable ability to enjoy every moment, a loss to judge others, a loss of the urge to interpret actions of others, and a loss of interest in conflicts, a loss of ability to worry, frequent, overwhelming moments of gratitude, a feeling of contentment about relations with others and nature, frequent smiling, and increased sensitivity for the love offered by others in combination with an uncontrollable desire to give love to others. Peace is to simplify affairs in your life and to move forward with that core. No longings, no interests. To strive for this, stand still in thoughts, finishing your task without desires. Let God decide what your way is. He has a look at it, and then peace cannot fail. Surrender, live without ego. You are able to perform miracles when you are inwardly balanced and use your thinking ability to create the world which you want for yourself. Circumstances don't make you what you are, but they show you what you have chosen to be. Many think that they will find peace when a worldly desire has been fulfilled. This does not give real peace, it's just a respite between one care and the other. Peace can only be obtained by actions filled with love, when you know the truth and live it. Restlessness and confusion are a result of disturbance of our inner emotional system. We must bring emotions into balance. Nothing in this universe will ever be responsible for the lack of peace within us, are the words of Sai Baba. If we succeed to control the flow of our thoughts, we get into a state of rest. We are content with the now. Don't get stuck in the past and don't have great expectations of the future. Then the light of divine consciousness radiates outward. Our thoughts, our mind, should be the instrument of the Atma. A mind that keeps wandering uncontrolled between the objects of its desire can never master itself. The mind creates desires. By itself, a mind does not exist. The mind exists of a bunch of desires. Inner peace means there are no desires. In that state, there is no mind. The mind is then destroyed. The true peace of Shanti can only be experienced in the depths of the soul, in controlling the mind, in the belief in Him who is the only source of this apparent multiplicity. Peace and joy can only become our lasting property when you realize that they are your very own true being. When there are divine thoughts, there is peace of mind. God cannot give peace of mind. You must work for it yourself. To want nothing brings peace, but to want nothing, you need a strong willpower. Do everything for God. When we leave the results to God, we shall experience peace. If we put God at the center, we are satisfied, whatever may happen. To transcend happiness and sorrow brings peace. You are your own desire. Turn back to where you started. Stop the windmill in your mind. Live beyond words. Always searching means losing. If you don't expect the fun, the grief cannot come. When you realize that you are that for what you are longing, peace arises. Peace is that which is felt in the heart, love, and put in words as truth, and put into actions as service. The inner knowing or intuition teaches us how to attain peace if we only would listen. This discernment, also called buddhi, is inside all of us. It indicates pure and direct how to act in certain circumstances. However, as soon as an impulse arises in us, the first thing we do is to contain it in thoughts and limitations. We wonder, should we do this? And gone is the spontaneous urge. We build fences of limitations and rules from what is taught to us and what we have let them teach us in our education, instead of enjoying the only true reality inside of us. Live, love, let your inner self flow through you. The intuition will never be stopped, at most delayed, but once it will come out. And even then, we walk with feelings of guilt instead of gratitude for being sensitive. The urge in you is the divinity, which will never be depressed. You might hold it for ages, but it will win. Of course, you must adapt. No discrimination, but never adapt to the lesser of possibilities. Go for the highest. There, and you'll know why you were born. For love, for happiness. Follow your mind and you will die. Follow your feelings and you will live. Buddhi teaches you who you really are. God. God is all there is. In fact, it is very simple. Everything that is experienced in the world is a part of yourself. You recognize the experience of others as your own experience. You remember that experience because you experienced it once yourself. Then, now, later, doesn't matter. Actually, everything happens now, for it takes place at this moment when you think of it this moment. The reason which gives rise to the experience is not important. The feeling is the same. The being born or dying of someone is your experience. You are being born or dying. The grief of someone is your grief. The reason for the grief is not important. It is about experiencing. The joy of someone is your joy. Again, only the experience counts, not the reason. You see that you are born every moment and die every moment, mentally and emotionally. This also includes embracing the entire universal rhythm in your being. As you grow, you are born, and at the same time, that part in you dies that you have understood and experienced. But the oneness with it does not die. You are all that is, the totality. So never judge, because you judge yourself. Everything is a phase in your own consciousness. Everything that is experienced, we are ourselves. When you look for yourself next or a part of the experience, it turns out that the self disappears in the experience. For instance, seeing. It looks as if there are three entities: the seer, the seen, the object, and the experience seeing. The one can never be without the other. You can only see everything, but never the seer, because there is no seer. You are what is seen as experience. The one who sees is every object what is seen. It is not an apart, separated entity who stands somewhere and sees the seen. The more you try to see the seer, the more his presence becomes a mystery. You think you are the seer who sees the seen. But when you start looking for the seer, you don't find a trace of him. And when you persist trying to see him, then the only thing you will find is the things that are seen.
च विद्महे नमो देवाय धीमहि तन्नो गगनं प्रचोदयात्